Okay, so the Western's about to pull out now. There she goes. Great pulling engine this. And I got this second hand from Cheltenham Model Shop, and I bought it as one of my first purchases. Really, I love the Westerns. I think they look fantastic. But yeah, I got her for the princely sum of I think it was only about 60 quid, £65, and she's been a brilliant runner ever since, and really does pull well. I mean, there was no problem there with an 8-coach rake. Let me just count that: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And yeah, a great little buy that was. I mean, I did buy an engine off of eBay, which was very annoying, and it blew 2 chips. Well, I took it in somewhere to have a look at, and the guy said there's something wrong with it, and he couldn't really fix it. So that was that. But unfortunately, it was too late really to return it or do anything, you know. So lesson learned. I probably may not buy anything off of eBay again. I don't know. In terms of engines, I bought most of the rolling stock, carriages and so on, from eBay. But yeah, so let's take this back. Let me just look, make sure I'm doing the right thing. There we go. There she is. That's quite a slow speed, and she's pushing up a bit of a gradient there. Oh, it's a reverse, but you know, it still looks pretty good. There she goes. I'm looking forward to a complete circuit, to be honest. She goes back in the buggy, just hopefully I can get the stop button and so on. There we go. So, very happy with that. There is one carriage that, just as we come onto the bridge, didn't want to hold on, and it kept uncoupling and rolling back with the carriages that it had behind it. Well, I changed its position, and I've had no trouble with it ever since. So, you know, I have got some hump couplings coming though, which is something that I intended to do when I very first saw them come out, for a full rake of coaches, which I'll keep together as we go along on the layout. But yeah, hump coupling elite, I think. Yeah, I have got, definitely. So yeah, I'll fit them, and then there shouldn't be any of that problem at all. I'll probably get a load more problems down my luck. Right, okay, so anyway, the reason I can't go any further, I need to put a little bit more bracing and some legs underneath here. Something I intended to do originally, but for some reason I've just forgotten all about it, and since I started crawling about on the back end here, we're getting a little bit of a few bowing problems as I get on with my Christmas weight. And to be honest, it does take my weight fine, and it isn't causing any trouble, but it is something that I wanted to do originally, and I've just forgotten all about it, to be honest. So I shall be off to B&Q or my local wood merchant, and we'll see what we can get hold of to sort that out. The other thing that I've got coming are some little L brackets, which I'm going to attach to some of the supports to give it a little bit of extra sort of rigidity to the board, really. So, but obviously one of these days this will all be covered up, and it will be covered up with hopefully some lovely scenery, and you won't ever see that again, not unless I take it down, but I can't see me doing that. I can't see me ever finishing it, to be honest. Right, so that's that. Anything else I can tell you at the moment? Not really, I don't think. Oh, I know what I can tell you. I'm actually still working, I mentioned it a while ago, I'm working on the canopy for Budley Regis, and I bought one of the Metcalfe Canopy kits. Now, I wanted it to run, I suppose you can say, long ways rather than across as it does now. Now, I've worked out a way of doing it, but I've had to order a couple of extra bits. So in the meantime, I've been painting it up in Southern Region colours, because Budley Regis is a Southern Region station. And I'll probably show you a little bit of that later, but I've ordered a few bits and pieces that were, I'm hoping will make it better and look better, and we'll see how that turns out. But it is on the back burner. But if I get anything done for the next time I put out a video, I'll show you. But I will definitely show you how I painted it up. I'm quite pleased with that, and I've taken the colouring from, I think it was Horsted Keynes in the end, because that was the best picture that I could find with Southern Region colours. So I think it was Horsted Keynes, one of the stations on the Bluebell Railway anyway, and we'll take that from there. So there we go, we'll stop that now, and I'll be back to you at some point with an update on the station canopy, and maybe even the track laying. It just depends how much wood there is out there. Another lockdown, I guess everybody's gone out and bought loads of wood. Right, catch up with you later. Cheers now. Right, okay, so this is the progress on the station canopies, the Metcalfe kit that I'm kit bashing so that I can have it lengthways. So I've made two sections, not quite following the instructions, so that we can get what I want. So rather than having, let me just put this into the picture, rather than having them side to side like that, they'll be running lengthways like that. Now the thing is with this, you can only get two, or doing it this way, you can only get two lengths out of that, because there are lots of spare pieces. Now that I've worked out that I can do it, I've ordered another two kits, so I should get another 3 lengths out of that, which would be more than enough for Budley Regis. I've been doing the roofs as well. The other thing that I've had to do with the roofs is cut off 1.5 millimeters either end so that they fit on here. It was tricky, but not beyond doing. You just have to be careful and cut easily. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way that that's turned out. And that should look quite nice when it's finished. I've also got a couple of little bits from Scale Model Scenery. The jury's out on this yet, whether I'm going to use this, but I'm thinking of cutting this down in sections. Can you see that there? And putting it between each section, painting that up, and taking that from there. But I'm not 100% sure yet, because it's a bit big. So I'll have a little think about that. I might cut one up just to see. If I don't like it, then it won't go in. The other thing that I bought from Scale Model Sceneries, which I've just been painting up, if I can get that into shot, probably a better side to see it, is the canopy valencing. So doing it this way, hopefully this will look a lot better when I've got it cut out of here. Let's get back into shot. Yeah, doing it, or building the canopy kit this way, it won't have any valencing down the side, so I've bought some extra valencing. I bought some from Scenic for the Budley Regis station, and I just thought it was a little bit out of scale, although it was quite good stuff. It just seemed a little bit big. So anyway, I've tried this lot, and we'll see how that is. Especially once it's cut out, it should look fine. So that's that. But yeah, it's taken a while to get to this stage, basically because of the painting's taken ages. Trying to get that pretty precise and right was tricky in itself, but we got there in the end. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. It probably won't be in the update that I'll do this Friday, but it'll probably be in the following 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll have it well on the way to being done. So that's where I'm at with that. Right, hi everyone. So you join me now for the first full run, technically, into Exehaven Harbour Station from Budleigh Regis. I've sort of semi-done this, but not fully. I'm standing right at one end of the layout, and I'm hoping nothing goes wrong. We'll wait and see, because we know what it's like. As soon as you get it on video, it all goes to rack and ruin. So what we'll do, we're running to what will eventually be Exehaven Harbour Station, and I've also got the branch line in now for the track that runs down to the harbour warehousing and basically the freight terminal for the harbour. So it doesn't run all the way down yet, but it runs down to the back of Exehaven Harbour Station. So you'll see that. But what I'll do is we'll have a run into Exehaven Harbour. I'll pause it there, and then we'll have another run down, and we'll run down into the what will be the freight terminal at the docks, down the branch for that. Okay, so bear with me, because here we go. This is all live, and we're going to take the Western down there in an 8-coach train, which is what I've got set up. There she goes. Bear with me. Hopefully we can pan this round without making you feel awful. Hopefully I can stop the train in time as it gets to Exehaven Harbour. Right, there she goes over the first bridge, over the entrance to Exehaven Harbour. Running right down the back now. And we're going to come over the back bridge over the River Ex through and into Exehaven town. And I'm going to slow her down here just to get round these S-bends. Not that we need to. I have done a speed test round there, and I think there's one or two of you wanted to see the train come round those S-bends and into Exehaven Harbour. And this is where Exehaven Harbour Station will be. So if I just start slowing that down, we're coming to the end of the line there. I don't want any driver error this time, because I am prone to that. There we go. So pretty pleased with that. That looks, well, I think that looks great coming around the S-bends into the harbour station. Okay, so bear with me and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, and in a flash, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to take the branch now down into what will be the harbour freight terminal. So bear with me, because here we go again. And there she comes down now. Down. The track actually runs underneath. I'm not going to take it too far because it's going to be a swine to get at it. That'll do us, I think. So what happens there is the track actually comes out. I don't know whether you can see that bit of cork there, and that'll come out of there and then run into Exehaven Harbour dockside. Freight side anyway. So all here I'm hoping to build a lovely Great Western style warehouse, and there'll also be in time, whether I'm going to do it straight away or not I don't know yet, but there will be a track that runs right round the back and eventually goes underneath and down underneath the layout, and it will become my storage sidings. How far I'll take that yet? I was thinking about doing a helix under there, but to be honest I think I've got enough space to get a nice easy run down, so that perhaps by the time we get round to this side I can put sort of, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10 storage sidings down there underneath the actual layout itself. So yeah, very pleased. Everything seems to be working okay. I did have a morning, I think it was today, Thursday, I think it was Tuesday morning, we did have a problem where I had a short circuit and I couldn't figure out where the hell it was. But I did in the end, by the use, and I don't know whether you can see that over there, it's like a little track tester, and I found it after a couple of hours. I'd forgotten I had it, and it came very useful. Actually, I found a section of track. Sorry about that. Everything's falling around everywhere. Yeah, I isolated the bit of track that didn't have any power in, or it seemed to be, and it was a set of points. And because I've used those little sort of plug-in spade type system things into the bus wire, it was quite easy to sort out. As soon as I unplugged that, the short circuit went, and anyway, the up and long and short of that was I took the point out, desoldered it all, soldered it back, and it all seemed to work. So, but it all looked all right anyway. But who knows? It was one of those mystery things, and it's all working now. So, stranger things happen at sea, as they say. But yeah, so very pleased with that. You'd have seen already now the segment, I think, for the Bugley Regis canopy, which should fit on there at some point. I'm working on that. Hopefully I've ordered another 2 sets now, and I'm waiting for them to come in the post before I can get on with it anymore. So that's where we're at with that. I've got some other stuff that's due to come, which I've ordered with some of my Christmas money. I think I may have mentioned that before, but we'll show you that the next time round, hopefully. So really, that sums up this trip. We're getting further and further to completing a full circuit round here. I've now got all of this track bed into place now. So the next stage is to run at least a part of it, or a single track out of Exehaven Harbour up round here and up, and then there'll be the second bridge in front of the first bridge up there. Got to put all that track bed in place. So it'll probably be a couple more days now before I get really much further with the track. I might put the track bed in as far as I can, and we'll take it from there. I've kind of planned out the I suppose they call it the station throat, really, in terms of points and stuff. You know, and again, a lot of it is to the lack of room. Although I do have plenty of room, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. It may not be quite prototypical. You know, some of you like prototypical. I'm actually don't mind. I like it if people can be prototypical. For practical purposes, I don't think this is going to be as prototypical as perhaps some of you would like. But, you know, I just want something that's going to look good and works properly. If I have too many points running in round here, I just don't think it's going to work right. I haven't got the room to put the point motors and stuff like that. So, you know, I think with all layouts there's a compromise at some point. So I think in the end I'll be quite happy with what we've got. As long as everything works and the trains run round without any hassle, which they seem to be doing so far, I'll be very happy. They seem to be going up and down the gradients that I've got very well, and even the little pannier tank, I've tried this one out now with I think I've got that with the 3, well, I've got the 2 suburban coaches and the siphon van on the back. I think I tried it with 4, and it does go up and down no problem. I think any more than 4 coaches it will struggle. So once I start getting some wagons, we can start putting that on and test and see how far that can go with that. But I think, you know, it's like this little pannier tank will either be stationed here at Budleigh Regis, or it will be between Budleigh Regis and Exham Bay that it'll work. Exham Bay is going to be here underneath all of this stuff one day. So that will probably be the terminus for the local route out of Budleigh Regis, but we'll kind of get there as we get there, really. The other thing that I've done is, I think originally I'd planned the station building for Exehaven Harbour at this end, but and have the trains run out the other way to London as such, or all points north. But I've changed that round because eventually, when I do have storage underneath, if I run it out of that way, it won't. I've got no way of getting it down and underneath the baseboards without actually sort of just running it out of the station, then running it down through the siding here and then eventually down and underneath. So I thought, well, if I switch it round the other way, so the building will be at the far end of Exehaven Harbour Station with the terminus platforms in there, they'll run round and I can put the trains back down and underneath into storage, and we can have something else perhaps turning up from somewhere else in the country. So, you know, again, it's all practical reasons. I'd love to have more room to be able to make it work both ways, if you like, but it's just not going to happen. Anyway, thanks for watching again. I've managed to pick up quite a few subscribers, and thank you very much if you're one of those in recent weeks. We're up to over 400 subscribers now, so hopefully we can keep that going, and maybe once we get to 500 we'll have a little draw just to say thank you very much for joining me on my little journey. It's very good of you to subscribe, and hopefully you enjoy what I'm doing. You'll soon find out I like a little bit of a waffle, mind, and this has gone to nearly 10 minutes now, so with everything else we're going to have another 20-minute video, so apologies for that, for the length of it, but hopefully you like it, and for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, come and subscribe. Be nice to have you on board. Cheers everybody, speak again soon. Cheers now.